This Let's Play was supported by these awesome hobby companies.
Hello everybody, today I'm joined by Free and we are going to be running through a Let's Play of Undaunted North Africa from Osprey Games, which is a counter and deck building game for World War II, where you sort of construct your deck as you play, depending on the scenario. So it's a bit different.
It is different. It's really strange and interesting to play, and you don't expect to be using cards so often in the games like this, do you?
No, it is a peculiar way that they've got these things set up. So you actually have a deck of cards, plus you have support cards that you will be drafting into your deck as you go. Although I said drafting into your deck, you actually draft them into your discard pile and they slowly get recycled into your deck. And the cards are both ways of activating, but also wounds for your soldiers on the tabletop. So if you don't have them available, they can die very, very quickly. We are going to be playing the scenario Landing Ground 7. So this is the Jallo Kufra Road in eastern Libya, 17th of September 1940. The LRP, which is the predecessor to the LRDG, so Long Range Patrol, Long Range Desert Group, performed its first major action in September of 1940. The patrol identified an Italian landing ground along the road between Jallo and Kufra in eastern Libya, and the LRP destroyed the fuel dump, navigation equipment at the airstrip. Nearby, they ambushed 2 lorries that were carrying the Italian military supplies and mail. So we have set out here our objectives. There is the little mail truck bringing Christmas cards to all the good.
Spreading Christmas joy.
We have the aircraft hangar, an aircraft, and the fuel dump. So all 4 of those are objectives. For the LRP to win, they need to destroy 3 of those 4. And then for the Italians to win, they need to control 3 out of those 4. And victories happen as soon as they are met. So it's not you have to control it or you have to blow them up and then reach the end of the turn. No, as soon as the last one goes nuclear, or in my case, when the last one comes under my control, that's game over, and we go from there. So to kick things off, the first thing we need to do is draw 4 cards from our decks, and then pick one for the initiative. And our survey says I'm going to pick this.
Okay. Pick this one.
All right.
Machine gunner.
I've gone with a rifleman, so I actually have the initiative for this. Oh, that's handy. I'm already on my initiative side then. So those cards will get discarded, and then we're going to be playing from our hands. Me, then you. So, first thing I'm going to do is, I've got a scout. I'm going to play a scout card and get him to scout forward. And he can scout 2. You can only move into areas that you currently have scouted, unless you are a scout, in which case you can scout for your friends. So I will scout all the way forward to the airstrip, pop one of my tokens on there, and also draft in a Fog of War card into my discard pile for having scouted that area. And in this way, more and more Fog of War enters the battlefield and annoys my happiness. And then I'm going to follow up with a rifleman, who will also move 1 just to come up and support the scout. And then finish off with my platoon sergeant, who has a couple of interesting things. I can either command, which allows me to draw 2 more cards from my deck, or I can bolster, which allows me to take stuff from my supply hand and then put it into my discard to cycle it through afterwards. At the moment, either of those is good. However, I think since I've added another Fog of War card, I'm probably going to go for a bolster action. And I can bolster 3, so I'll take 1 of each of my types and pop them into my discard, and that is the end of my turn. So they go from the play area to the discard as well.
Cool. So that make it my turn. So
Yes.
what I want to do is I want to blow some stuff up. So I need to think about where I'm going to go. And I also need to be cautious of what Gerry's put out. So what I'm going to do is send my scout out. 1, 2 spaces here.
Mm-hmm.
Put that there. And I'm going to get a Fog of War card.
Yep.
And put it into my discard pile.
Yep.
So that's my scout out. What I'm going to then do I'm going to then just send my engineer out once. Getting close up to blowing that stuff up. And then I'm going to send my scout out again.
Ooh.
And I'm going to send him here.
Nippy.
And then there.
Very nippy. So he's going to scout 2 sections, which means 2 Fog of War cards will come from your supply into your discard pile.
Yep.
Frisky. Making the scouts work for it at this
They are indeed.
first stage.
Early on.
Yeah.
Let's get the guys out.
So that's the first turn. We just go straight on to turn 2.
Yep.
Simple enough. Draw 4 cards, which only leaves me with 2 in my deck. When you reach the end of your deck, you just shuffle your discard in, and in that way, you build your deck as you go. So unlike a lot of games where decks sort of diminish over time, in this game, your deck gradually gets larger over time. Oh, fascinating. Oh, that's excellent. Oh, I love all of this. All of this is amazing.
You've got to go great hard, yeah.
Yeah. Have you got your card for initiative?
I have.
I'm going to play
Fog of War.
Fog of War. And you're going to play a machine gunner with initiative 3. So you'll take over. Fog of War are pretty much dead cards. They're just there to fill your hand up with nonsense. But you can burn them off as initiative if you don't want to go particularly early.
Right. So
you need to scoop up yours from last turn and pop them to your discard.
I do. Don't want to be getting confused with those. My discard pile's looking pretty big from all that scouting I've done. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to bolster 3.
Okay.
And I'm going to pull out another engineer.
See, complicated, isn't it?
It is.
Because you could just go engineer, and try and get him active more to blow things up before I can get anywhere near you.
I'm going to pull out another scout. Okay, so
the bolster cards go into your discard, not into your hand.
No, they do. You're right. Discard into here. I picked up an engineer, a scout,
and a scout.
And one more. I'm going to put in another engineer.
Okie dokie. That's your lieutenant.
So then I'm going to put in an engineer. And I'm going to move him forward.
Getting dangerously close to blowing up my plane.
Indeed.
That's how we evacuate all the sick and wounded. And that's what you're doing.
No mercy from the English, I'm afraid.
The only reason they're there.
At the end of my round, I've got my Fog of War card. So
so it's just going to go
into that pile.
into the bin, and your other 2 will go as well.
Yep.
I suppose I should flip that over since you are now in charge. So, the Italians. Interesting. I don't like your scout. I'm just saying.
It's been busy.
I don't like your scout. So I'm going to use my scout to attack your scout.
Okay.
Now, attacking's fairly simple. Everybody will have an attack stat. In this case, my scout has an attack stat of 1. So, I'll roll 1 die. And then when you come to attack, you just look for the defense of the unit you're attacking. So in this case, your scout has a defense of 6 on the bottom of his counter. It's also matched as the initiative on his card. So I'll need a 6 or more, plus any distance between us. We're not in the same square, so 1 tile distance will push that 6 to a 7. And then if the tile itself had any cover, you would get something. In this case, there's none. So I get 1 dice and I need 7s to injure your scout. And I only get a 3. So not ideal.
Nope.
Could have been better. I will now go for my machine gunner.
Oh, are you going to go for my scout again, aren't you?
I am going to go for your scout again because I don't want that scout to move. But this time the machine gunner is 1, 2, 3 away. Again, still need 6 as the base, so that goes up to 9.
Yep.
Thankfully, you're not in cover. Now, the scout or the machine gunner has a choice. I can either go for 2 dice attack to try and kill you, or at least injure you, or I can go for 4 dice suppression. And once you're suppressed, you can't do anything until a card is played on them. So it can stymie your advance.
Yep.
Obviously, needing 9s or 10s, 4 die would be sensible. So I think I will just do that. I'll just suppress. And I was right to do it.
You were.
Because I only got 1. So and you would just flip your scout over. And on the back, there's a little hashed side to show that he is suppressed. And won't be doing anything else for a little while.
No, not anytime soon.
And then...
And you're still going, Gerry.
And we'll use my squad leader, who also he's got bolster, but he also has inspire.
Right.
And inspire allows you to pick up one of your cards of the right type. In this case, all of them are A type, so they're all fine. And then play it again. So I could either play my machine gunner again and maybe fire at your engineer. Because if I can suppress your engineer, that gives me time to...
Work that out.
Yeah. Or I go for the scout and...
Take him off the map.
And yeah. I will pick up my machine gunner with my inspire and go again. And he will go for the engineer and will attempt to suppress him as well. So your engineer is a bit easier to hit than the scout. 5s. 6, 7, 8. And there's no cover in that airstrip. So 4 dice and just need 1 8. A 9.
Ooh.
So just the 1. 1 is enough, though, to suppress the engineer who's running about with a big bag of bombs. That's probably not ideal.
No. Certainly not for the Italians.
Yeah. And that ends my turn 2. So they enter my discard as well.
Left over in my deck, I have 2 cards, which means
Likewise.
I can take from my discard pile.
Yep.
Shuffle them again.
Shuffle them back in. And this is your deck generation at work. I think we're both fairly similar. We've both bolstered once.
Yeah.
Although you haven't had your second ossifer out yet.
No.
So you've a potential to try and resurrect people as well.
Okay.
Oh, fascinating. Okay. Yeah, I see what's happening there. This is all great.
Nice hand.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Ready? For initiative then?
I'm going to fog of war.
Yeah, I'm going to fog of war as well.
Yeah.
In the case of a tie, the person who had the initiative keeps the initiative, which is, unfortunately, you.
Yay.
So you get to go first.
Right, so my scout's out, my engineer's out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my warrant officer and I'm going to get hold of another scout.
Ooh,
and
bolstering.
I'm going to get another machine gunner and I'm going to put them in my discard.
Yes.
Yep.
Yep.
So that's out. Now, see, I'm a bit stuck now.
Yes.
Because my engineer's suppressed.
A little bit.
And I have 2 engineers.
Well, the first time you play an engineer card, it will unsuppress them so their token will flip over.
Brilliant.
And then the second engineer card, he'll just play out normally.
Cool.
So.
1 engineer.
Yep.
Unsuppressed. And I'm going to start some demolition. I'm going to blow up this plane.
I thought you might.
So, demolition 3 and 3 we've got on the card.
Okie dokie. So it's exactly the same as a normal attack. Only this time you're going for the armor of whatever you're attacking. So he is got a, or that plane has an armor value of 6, so you need 6s.
Yep.
There is no cover in the square, but you would ignore cover anyway for blowing stuff up.
Yep.
And range doesn't take into account because you're in the same square. So his demolition is 3, so it's 3 dice, and you need 6s. Don't roll any of those, please. I would very much like my plane to still be there.
All right, come on, luck of the dice. It's never on my side.
Oh, in this case, it might be.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
So,
See that cheeky grin?
where does this go?
That goes away and covers, how's it described in Blackadder? It throws itself into the air and spreads itself over a wide area.
Goes into the ether, this one.
Yeah. Keep it in
So-
front of you because that's
I'm gonna
actually your victory points is on the bottom of it.
Brilliant.
So you just keep that there.
Yep. Cool. That's my turn over.
Get it?
Right, so I'm going to take my cards.
Yep.
And now put them into my discard pile.
Okay. Right. So 1-0 to the long range desert group. Okay, right.
So you haven't been on much attack towards you.
But you don't need to. You're doing
No.
the mission. Doing the mission
Got
is
stuff to do.
the most important thing. I am going to... I don't like any of these choices. None of these choices are good. I'm going to activate my rifleman.
Right.
Rifleman's going to move forward 1 because I need to start controlling areas.
Yep.
And then for my second trick, I have a machine gunner. And my machine gunner is going to take a shot.
And now you have a machine gun. Ho, ho, ho.
Is he going to take a shot? I've not seen your machine gunner at all yet.
My machine gunner. No, you haven't.
No, I haven't.
I'm waiting.
Sure. Okay. So my machine gunner is going to actually take a shot at your engineer again.
You take a shot.
Yeah. So 1, 2, 3.
Yep.
So 8s again, and I'm going to do a 2 dice attack because you're not going this turn. Actually, you've quite a lot of cards in there. I could suppress you very easily, and that will keep them out until you've burnt through your deck again.
Yep.
Which is a lot of a way to go. Or I might just try and kill him.
Let's see how the dice takes you.
I imagine not great. Ooh, 1.
You got 1?
1 is good. When you do damage, the first thing you would do is you would discard the card for the soldier from your hand.
Yep.
You currently don't have a hand.
No hand.
So the next thing you would do is then take it from your discard pile. And if you didn't have it in your discard, you would take one from your deck and then reshuffle your deck.
Yep.
If you can't do it from any of those, then the soldier is dead.
Yep.
So it's important to get them out of your support and into your deck or discard as quickly as possible. Keeping them here isn't great because it means they're easier to kill off.
So once I've got this.
It's removed from the game, so somewhere far away is probably...
Over here where I can't magically put him back in.
And my last card is a second Fog of War.
Nice.
So I was really, after having quite a good initial couple of turns, I was really hampered. So we're back to a new turn.
Yep.
1, 2, 3,
So.
4. Now. Okay. I've got mine. Have you got yours?
I've got mine. Fog of War for me.
Fog of War as well. As much as I would like the initiative, I'd much rather keep the cards I have in my hand to do things. So, yeah, it just goes to your discard, the initiative card.
Yep, perfect.
So, your choice then. Who's up
Cool.
first?
So, what I'm going to do...
You just pull your cards back slightly so you can put the other ones in front.
There you go.
Yep. It's just for that.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to get my machine gunner out.
Okay.
And I'm going to suppress your scout.
All right.
Yep.
Yep.
So we've got a bit of distance.
Yes.
So your scout's got 5. And we've got 2 in between.
Plus the one I'm in. Yeah.
And the one that they're on.
Yeah.
So I need 8.
Need 8s. But 4 dice to suppress on 8 isn't bad.
No, not at all. So we need 1. So let's hope for the best.
It's probably a good way to go, actually, is just, especially because I'm about to go. So suppressing me would make more sense.
Got an 8.
Oh, you've got 2 8s. You've got 2 8s and a 10, but thankfully you can only do 1 damage per attack. So in this case, the first thing I would have to do is discard from my hand if I have one.
Yeah.
But I do have one.
Fortunately. You needed that, didn't you?
I really wanted that.
And I can turn your scout over.
No. You only flip them when they're suppressed. Okay. So the choice is they either take injuries of a type, which means they've got less cards, or they get suppressed so they don't activate as quickly. But yeah, so that was quite good from your gunner. What's your second card going to be? Is it machine gunner, machine gunner, machine gunner?
So
take my team apart.
I'm going to attack your rifleman.
Okay.
Because you're on some decent stuff that I want there. And I'm just going to try and take a bit of damage out of him. So I've got just 4, and he's next to me, the 1. So I just need 5.
Yes. Yeah, only one
dice.
1 hex difference, and there's no cover in the way. So
1 dice.
1 die.
Come on. It's unlikely.
It's 50-50.
2.
2. In this case, that was unlikely. Yeah.
Unlikely. Yeah. So, and the last card I have, Fog of War.
Another Fog of War.
Not much luck. Into my discard pile.
Into the bin with it.
And back up that.
Okay. So, having been hit like that, I'm going to start with the Rifleman. Rifleman's just going to go straight into your Engineer. 1 attack. Requiring 6s. Outrageous, I feel. Outrageous. And Mighty 3 will not help me.
Nope.
And then I'm going to go with the Machine Gunner.
Nice. Going for my Engineer again, aren't you?
Well, yes.
Guessed as much.
I'm going to go for Suppression. Well, actually, 2 dice on 8s or 4 dice on 8s to suppress. No, I need to kill him because you've already got 1. If he goes, I win because you can't take out anything else. So I need to get rid of that. So 8s. No, 2 and a 3. No luck this turn.
Cool.
Oh, now the game's starting to speed up as we're getting into it. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Yes. Oh, fascinating.
Sadly.
Fog of War. Scout.
Nice.
Big 6. I wish I hadn't. I'd much rather use that Scout, but...
Go on, Gerry.
But what I am going to do is play a Scout of my own. So I'll play the Scout, who will Scout 2. He's going to go 1, 2, and as he goes, he will scout the area for those following behind, and will take 2 Fog of War for my supply and chuck them into my discard. So that was first. Then, for my second, I'm going to play a Platoon Sergeant to bolster and take my last 3 soldier cards and pop those into my discard. And then I'm going to play my squad leader to inspire my scout.
Oh.
Hello, little scout.
Back he comes.
And back he will come. Having scouted that, come back up to my rifleman.
That was a bit cheeky, Gerry.
It's a little bit cheeky. He's been doing the Lord's own work, running around in the hot desert sun.
Scout on his way.
Scouting his way. Oh, I better change that over in case I get to hold it for a turn. That'll be nice. So,
okay. Well, sad times for me because I don't really have much in front of me.
Well, that's good because it means the only thing that's in front of you is Fog of War and nobody likes them.
No, Command. What does Command entail?
So Command is just draw fresh cards directly from your deck to your hand.
So here we go.
Yep. This could be a bad turn for me.
Cool.
You say that. I hope they're all Fog of War cards.
They could be, who knows?
It would be nice if they were all Fog of War cards.
Cool. So let's get you out of suppression.
Okay. So scout unsuppressed.
And let's get that engineer over there.
No.
And while I'm here, I'm going to take down
No, the machine gunner.
your...
Don't feel you have to.
No, I'm going to suppress.
Who are you going to suppress?
Actually. I'm going to suppress your rifleman.
Okay.
I'm going to suppress your rifleman. So I need 4.
Yep, 4 dice.
Yep, and we've got quite a bit between us.
Yep.
1, 2, 3. 3 in between.
Yep.
And you've got 4.
So 7s.
Yep. Okay. That was a 2.
That's all right. I would let you re-roll it. It wouldn't matter because
No.
you got a 10 anyway.
So not a great one for me. And then I've got my fog of war card.
Okay.
So I'll put that in here.
So my rifleman is suppressed. And, yeah. Okay. New turn. I get 2 cards from my hand and now my entire deck.
Yeah, 2 cards from my hand.
And people can bask at how bad I am at shuffling.
You're not alone.
That'll do. 1, 2. So. So ready to bid?
Yep. Okay. No. Okay.
All right. And a bid fog of war.
Machine.
Oh well, what a terrible shame.
Oh no.
So
Right.
you get the initiative and off you go.
Scout. 1, 2. I'm going to take 2 of those. Put that in there. 1, 2. I'm also going to do that again. I'm going to take this route.
Okay.
I'm not allowed to do anything with this, am I?
No, it's only scouted, so it doesn't really make a difference. So you're going to put another 2 fog of war cards in.
Well, I only have 1.
Well, that's it. In that case, you just fill up until you can't fill up anymore.
And then after that, my engineer's going to blow some stuff up.
Oh dear.
So, 6.
6 indeed, yep.
Yeah, that's 1 dice for 6, isn't it?
3 dice
3 dice for 6.
for his demolition attack.
Two and a 1. No luck for my engineer.
Ooh, I thought it was going to be squeaky bum
That was going
time.
to get a bit hairy there, wasn't it? Yeah.
So, interesting. Okay. So my first action will be a rifleman to unsuppress him.
Nice.
And then I will play a rifleman again who will attack your engineer. So a 1 dice attack requiring 6s.
Ooh, ooh.
Ooh, 8. Nice.
Good.
Nice. So none in your hand. Discard pile then. Find another engineer. And he can join that.
Oh,
So there are only 4 of those cards to begin with. So he's halfway dead.
he is. He's taking some damage. That's you out.
No, I've got 1 more to go.
Oh.
And it's my machine gunner.
Oh.
I thought you'd like that.
Yeah.
My machine gunner will also attempt to shoot your engineer.
That's a bit dirty.
He's
Gerry.
moved closer. 1, 2, 3. He hasn't moved closer. He's just moved adjacent. So still 8s.
Yeah.
But
5 and 0.
another hit. Another engineer card comes out of your discard. Oh, I think he's bleeding out quite badly now.
I think he's well, there's none in my discard.
So then you have to go fishing through your deck, find one in your deck, and then reshuffle.
Poor little engineer.
That is all I can do. So we are back to
a new turn.
A new turn, yeah. 2, 3, and 4.
My poor little engineer. He's on his last legs.
He knew the risks.
He did. I was getting brave. I was getting brave, Gerry.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, wow.
Poker face.
Wow.
How am I going to kill you now?
Yeah.
I've got mine. For initiative. I'm going to go big with a massive 7 from my squad leader.
Gerry really wants to go this turn.
I really want to, yeah. Because I can taste victory. And I'm going to start bidding with the machine gunner is going to attempt to do the engineer up like a kipper once more.
Come on, dice gods. You've got me.
It's 7 and 1. It makes 8.
It does.
But that doesn't count. But then I'm going to go again with the machine gunner. Oh, my last card is a fog of war.
Well, I'm going to be honest, Gerry. You got fortunate because I haven't got very good hands. So, because I am conceal, define conceal.
I don't, but I will look it up for you. I'm aware conceal exists.
Conceal and recon are two I have.
Well, recon, you can remove a fog of war card from your hand and draw a card from your deck. Conceal, take a fog of war card from your opponent's supply and place it in their discard.
Cool. So I am going to gamble a bit here.
Yes. So your scout is going to recon?
Yep. So...
Did you find another fog of war card?
I mean, I can do recon again.
Sure.
Okay.
Decisions.
I am going to suppress your machine gunner.
Ooh, okay.
4, and we've got quite a bit.
Yeah.
In all fairness. Oh, do I want to do it? Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And then
figure.
so many 9s.
9s, well, worse. I'm in cover, so it would actually be 10s because you can never go more than 10s.
Nope.
So 4 dice on 10s. You sure you don't want to shoot the rifleman or the scout? If you shoot the scout, I can't scout anymore, which means I'm stuck in the area I've already uncovered.
Yeah. I feel like your gunner's been alone for too long, Gerry.
He has, yeah.
That's why.
He has been alone for a long time. Been up in his little nest.
Mine. I'm going to go for the scout.
Okay.
I am going to go for the scout. So I need 1, 2, 3.
Yep. So
plus
8.
my... Okay. Yep. 4, 8. Come on!
No.
Nope.
No, don't like you.
And sadly, here's my fog of war card. Not a good round for me.
I taste victory.
Yeah, it's tasting pretty bitter on my side, Gerry.
2, 3, and 4. So new hand then for new turn. And I have control because I threw an officer at it to make sure I had control. All your officer are belong to me. That's fascinating. That could be good. Could it be good? Sounds good. Okay. I'm going to use a machine gunner for 3 for my initiative. What are you using?
I was going to use a machine gunner for 3.
Well, that will just mean I keep initiative.
Yep.
So for my first trick, my rifleman will actually flip that and that will control that area. So that's one of the 3 I need.
Yep.
And then I'm going to actually scout.
Yep.
So can't control an area with another person in it.
Yep.
But you can scout it. So I'm going to go in there and add my token. And then my rifleman is going to take another shot at your engineer.
My poor engineer.
So 1 die on 6s. 9.
9.
Is that
9 being my word. 9, Gerry.
Although I'm Italian, so it'll be no, no, no.
No.
Well, that's French, is it?
Just
who knows?
nah in British.
Nah. Nah.
Yes, sad times for me because I actually did have my
You're
last
the engineer. Oh.
and I was
You're about to blow the thing.
I was. So goodbye.
So he
And that's
goes.
my engineer out, and I can't be blowing stuff up anymore, which is my objective.
That is your objective. So it would just be mopping up time for the Italians.
Yep.
But there you go. That is Undaunted. It is
Yeah.
as simple as that. Cheap and cheerful,
Very cool.
quick and nasty.
Really nice.
And that's only the first scenario. The game has a lot more beyond these sort of initial sort of little playtesty things. So there are a lot more variant types of troops. There are even vehicles. So you can go burning around the Italian or the Libyan desert in an Italian tank or armored car, or some machine gun festooned long range desert patrol vehicle as well. So there we go. Let us know what you think of Undaunted below, folks. There's also Undaunted Normandy, and there's a new Undaunted coming out, Reinforcements, that has both a solo version and also a campaign mode that allows you to tie North Africa to Normandy.
How cool.
So I think it's a terrific little game.
It is really cool.
You can pick it up and play it in no time at all. If I can pick it up and play it, then most people can. So let us know what you think below. But until next time, folks, bye-bye.
Bye.
We hope you enjoyed this Let's Play. Go ahead and check out our other content on screen now. And while you're at it, why not hit subscribe and remember to ding our dong. Go on, you know you want to click it. Go on.